at this plant. It's nothing special yet. Just a few green leaves, thin stem, ordinary soil. Most people would walk past it without a second glance.
But in 3 years, with the right conditions, this could become a tree whose branches break through windows if you let it grow indoors. Seed. Same DNA. The only difference will be what it's given day after day after day. Your mind is exactly like this plant. It is not fixed. It is not finished. It is not smart or not smart or talented or untalented or gifted or average.
It is alive, and alive things either grow or they die. Tonight we are going to talk about the most important decision you will ever make, Red. More important than your career, your partner, or where you live, the decision to cultivate a growth mindset instead of defending a fixed one. Everything meaningful in your life will flow from this one choice. Let me show you what I mean.
Back in 1967, a researcher named Martin Seligman did an experiment that accidentally changed the world. He put dogs in cages and gave them mild electric shocks they could not escape. After a while, even when he opened the door, the dogs just laid down and whimpered. They had learned helplessness. Then, years later, a young psychologist named Carol Dweck asked a different brilliant question. What if the same thing happens to children with their intelligence? She gave a group of 10-year-olds puzzles that was secretly too hard to solve. Some kids got frustrated and quit almost immediately, but others got excited. They leaned in and kept trying new strategies. When she asked them why they reacted so differently, the answer split the room in half. The fixed mindset kids said things like, "I'm just not smart enough. This means I'm dumb. I don't want to try again because I'll look stupid." But the growth mindset kids said something completely different. They said, "This is hard. That means it's going to teach me a lot. I love a challenge. Mistakes help me learn." It was the same puzzle, the same age, the same classroom, but they were using two completely different brains. And 20 years of follow-up research showed the consequences were either devastating or glorious, depending on which voice won out. The fixed mindset students became terrified of challenges. They avoided risk, and their abilities plateaued early in life. The growth mindset students, on the other hand, kept getting better, decade after decade, until they were outperforming everyone. Here is the sentence that should haunt you. The most dangerous words in the English language are, I am not good at math. I am shy. I am bad with money. I am not a morning person. I am not creative. Every single time you say I am, you are planting concrete around the roots of your mind, stopping any potential for growth. A growth mindset speaks a different language. It says, I haven't mastered this yet. I'm not good at this. Yet, this doesn't come naturally to me. Yet, I don't know how to do this. Yet, that single tiny word yet is like water and sunlight to the human soul. It opens up a world of possibility. Let me tell you about a man who lived the word yet so fiercely that he rewrote history. His name was Abraham Lincoln. Failed in business at 22. Defeated for the legislature at 23. Failed in business again at 24. His sweetheart died when he was 26. He had a nervous breakdown at 27. He lost a congressional race at 29, again at 34, and again at 38. He lost a senatorial race at 39, and again at 45. He lost the vice presidential nomination at 47. If Lincoln had a fixed mindset, he would have concluded, I am a loser. I am a failure. Instead, his actions screamed, I am not done learning how to serve. At age 51, he became perhaps the greatest president in American history. He never stopped believing that the next effort, the next attempt, could be the one that finally worked. That is what a growth mindset looks like in real life. Stubborn, quiet, relentless faith in the possibility of tomorrow. Now, let's bring it closer to home. 3 years ago, I met a woman named Maya at one of my workshops. She was 42, divorced, bankrupt, 80 pounds overweight, and completely convinced that she was just not a disciplined person. She told me, with tears running down her face, I've tried everything. I'm just not the kind of person who can change. I asked her one simple question. Do you believe your dog could learn to sit if you worked with him every single day for a year? She laughed through her tears. Of course, she said. Then why? I asked. Do you think your brain is dumber than a dog's? That question cracked something open for her. She left that day with no dramatic promises, just one small commitment. Every single time she caught herself saying, I am or I'm not, she would pause and add the word yet. She started small, walking just 10 minutes a day. Then it became 20. Then she signed up for a 5K race and finished dead last, crying the whole way across the finish line. But she finished. 2 years later, she sent me a photo. She had just run her first marathon. She'd lost the weight. She'd started her own coaching business. She was standing on a stage herself, telling her story. Same woman, same past, different mindset. Growth is not a feeling. Growth is a discipline. So let me give you the daily practices that will actually move the needle for you. These are not just suggestions. They are requirements for a life of expansion. First, fall in love with the word yet. Every time you hear yourself say, I can T or I am not, add yet. Say it out loud, write it down. It sounds small, but it is not. Second, replace the word failing with the word learning. Fixed minds fear failure. Growth minds mine it for data. Every setback becomes raw material for your next success. Third, celebrate effort, not just talent. Praise yourself for showing up when you didn't feel like it. Praise your kids for their persistence, not just for being smart. Talent is the starting line. Effort is the entire race. Fourth, seek out environments that stretch you until it hurts a little. Comfort is the enemy of growth. If you are the smartest person in the room, it's time to find a new room. Fifth, keep a growth journal. Every single night, write down one thing you got better at that day, no matter how small. In 6 months, you will have undeniable written proof that you are not the same person you were. And finally, reframe pain as proof of progress. When your muscles burn at the gym or your mind begs you to quit a difficult task, remind yourself, this feeling means I am expanding. This is what growth feels like. I want to close with one final story. In Japan, when a piece of pottery cracks, the craftsmen don't throw it away. They repair it with lacquer mixed with powdered gold. The flaw, the break, becomes the most beautiful and celebrated part of the piece. They call this art kintsugi golden joinery. Your cracks, your failures, your humiliations, they are not defects. They are the places where the gold will go. Every time you choose effort over avoidance, every time you choose curiosity over certainty, every time you choose yet over never, you are pouring molten gold into the fractures of your life. One day you will look back and realize the breaks didn't weaken you. They made you unbreakable. So take that little plant in your mind, the one that feels small and weak right now. Decide tonight to become its gardener. Water it with effort. Feed it with challenge. Prune the dead leaves of old identities. And never ever forget, you are not a finished product. You are a living possibility. Now, go grow. Thanks for watching. If this resonated with you, subscribe for more.